My name is Huma Minamino, a 27-year-old salesman working for a fairly big trading company. It's weird. It's only 10 p.m., but I feel super sleepy. And I'm out of breath?
Hey, Minamino-san! Are you okay? Your face is pale!
What? No way. I'm just sleepy. Besides, you see, it's still 10 p.m. A moment later, my eyes mysteriously closed. A bang sounded, and I collapsed to the floor.
What? Hey everyone! Ambulance, quick!
Ambulance? For whom? The last thing I heard was a woman scream, and I completely fainted. The next time I woke up was the next day. I was in a hospital bed. It seems I was overworked. My whole body was not moving, and I had to stay in the hospital for a few days, but I was finally gonna be discharged tomorrow.
I'm here to visit you, fatty. Diabetes, right?
It's overwork. He says the section chief sent him here. Why this guy of all people? Zao Oguni. He's as pompous as his name sounds. He seems to be a relative of the president. I'm a mid-career hire, and he, my senpai, has been making fun of me like this since I joined the company. By the way, he says he used to be a handsome male companion at a Japanese host club. He seems to be forming a hierarchy in his mind based on everyone's appearance. Plus, he's just so proud but can't do his job. That's how he is. Ah, I see. He's so incompetent that he was the only person they could send out.
Oh yeah, the boss told me to buy you a sympathy gift, so I did.
Plonk. What he put in front of me was a mysterious product called salted squid with whipped cream, miso soup flavor. What is this?
It's a gift for you. A friend of mine told me about this. Besides, I thought I shouldn't give a fat, ugly guy like you some regular sweets.
It's none of your business. Jeez. Even though I was in the hospital, I was even more stressed out. This was about a few months ago. Bankruptcy, huh? I had a feeling that was coming. Someone filed a complaint with the Labor Standards Office after I was hospitalized, and an investigation was conducted. It was a terrible company where the president once said, "What is overtime pay?" The amount of unpaid overtime is huge. I went there on my last day of work and found a sign at the entrance saying the company went bankrupt.
Hey, Minamino-san. Bankruptcy, huh? So unexpected, right?
Her name is Otoha Ogawa, my colleague. No, now she's a former colleague. So, did the president run away with the money? What should we do in such a situation? There are also unpaid salaries.
It's a headache, isn't it? My sister said we'll just have to leave it to the lawyer.
Lawyer, huh? I guess we don't have a choice. We should be looking for a new job first, eh? We're just powerless workers. As I was thinking that.
Speaking of which, if you don't mind working in sales, my sister's company, would you like to work for her?
What? Your sister runs a company?
Yes. It's a completely different type of business, but they sell illustrations. I was wondering if you would like to join us, Minamino-san.
With that, she extended her hand to me.
That's a nostalgic story.
Well, about another year has passed since then. Me and Otoha were talking about the old days on the way home from work. Yeah, back then, we were seriously thinking it's still 10 p.m., weren't we? The president who absconded with the money is nowhere to be found, and we're still talking to the police through a lawyer. Most of our former colleagues have pretty much given up on collecting the money back.
By the way, you've lost weight over the years, haven't you?
Yes, as you can see, I've lost a lot of weight. Because, you know, you invited me to change jobs, and I started going home at 5 p.m. every day. I was puzzled at the time because I now had 7 hours of leisure time after work. So I started to spend those hours at the gym, and I lost weight right away. Now I no longer binge eat at night from stress either.
Alright. Let's go out for yakiniku or something to celebrate your losing weight. I'll buy you.
No. I'm being careful about calories and such, you know? I laugh bitterly. Since I've lost so much weight, I don't want to regain weight.
Just kidding. But, well, you're stoic, aren't you?
Haha, I wonder. Returning to the office with Otoha, another lady called out to us.
Welcome back. How was it?
Hatsumi Isogawa. She's Otoha's sister and the president of this company.
We've received 4 illustration requests. I'm going to make an estimate now. Wow, that's great! But it's 5 p.m. already, so do it tomorrow.
Hatsumi is strict about overtime. This is normal. For most people. Why? There's still 7 hours until midnight!
That's right. We're still newbies and haven't worked enough yet. It's only natural that we work overtime.
That's right! Tomorrow's Saturday, but of course you're coming in, right?
Of course, I was taught that Saturdays and Sundays are perfect overtime days because there are no phone calls or customer visits. You guys! Enough of that brainwashed thinking!
Ugh. Hatsumi gets angry with a smile and we tremble.
Our regular work hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We completely eliminate overtime work from our system. We aim to be an ethical company that doesn't force people to work on holidays or go out drinking. Please don't bring your brainwashed ideas into my company.
Well, there was such an exchange when we first joined her company. Now, we go home on time. Boss, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, see ya. Why don't you two go on a date or something? Sis! Just kidding. See you tomorrow.
Hatsumi-san, she's really a good boss, isn't she? The sun hasn't completely set yet, and we're on our way home. It's a situation I never thought possible on my last job.
Yeah, my sister too. Used to work for an unethical company. That's why she's like that. She said she will never allow such an unethical culture to survive in this world.
I heard that Hatsumi's previous company used to be ethical, but one terrible person started brainwashing people.
I'm still horrified that we were also brainwashed back then.
The next morning, while I was making a quote for the case we received yesterday, Otoha was arguing at the front door.
I'm telling, we're good. We don't need another insurance policy. Can't I just say hello to everyone in your office? Aren't any of you worried about your future? At least take the brochure. We have insurance especially for working men. Please let me speak with men. You're bothering us. Please leave.
Then, after long arguments, Otoha finally came back to her seat. That was tough, huh? Insurance sales? She was quite persistent, eh?
They were really insistent on speaking with a guy. What does that mean? Women aren't good enough? That was an insurance sales agent with a bad reputation these days. It's a company that attracts good-looking men and women, and they try to get contracts by seducing the opposite sex.
Indeed, as she said, the woman who came earlier was good-looking.
Now they know we're mostly women. Maybe next time a good-looking guy will visit us.
What a terrible sales technique.
Speaking of good-looking, come to think of it, Minamino-san is good-looking, aren't you? Why didn't I notice that until now?
I just lost weight. I was fat when I first joined this company. Maybe it was hard to notice the change because of the first impression I gave everyone.
Minamino-san was great even before he lost weight. Well, he does look even better now, though.
And it's the afternoon now. Today, we were just making quotes and calling for appointments. But for some reason, I was surrounded by women during my lunch break.
See? He's handsome, right? You're right. Lost weight and become handsome, hey? I didn't notice. Daily changes are hard to notice, aren't they? I see. You really have become a good-looking guy.
Whoa. It's embarrassing when people call me good looking. And then work hours passed, and Otoha and I happened to be going home together again. Isogawa? I don't know what it is, but are you somehow mad at me?
I'm not. I'm just irritated.
That's not so different from being mad, is it?
You know what, Minamino-san? Let's go for a drink.
And then, we go to the izakaya in front of the station.
Ugh! How do you like it, people? I'm a drinking buddy of Minamino-san's.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know who she's talking to, but I'll just go along with it.
Come on, drink, eat. Fill your bellies to the brim.
I said I'm restricting calories.
So boring. Calories at a drinking party? Seriously?
Don't poke me on the cheek. I know, it's not good to ruin the mood of the party. My bad, but I don't know. I just don't want to be told about my body shape again. Apparently, I was more irritated than I thought about what that guy said to me at the hospital.
Oguni, huh? To tell you the truth, Oguni-san once asked me out.
What? I was surprised. I didn't know that he liked Otoha.
Of course I refused, but he was so persistent.
There's no way you like that kind of guy.
I like serious and kind guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
She stares at me as she said so. Stop it. I'm getting nervous. You're drunk, aren't you?
I guess I am, but I don't mind taking a step further while drunk, you know.
The moment her moist eyes were closed. Oh, she fell asleep. Come to think of it, she wasn't a good drinker, was she? And she started talking in her sleep.
Oh, Minamino-san. Minamino-san's tasty over.
What the heck? I'm scared. So, how did this happen? Otoha was completely fallen asleep on my back. Well, I can't just get on the train like this. I mean, I don't know where she lives anyway. No choice. Let's take a cab. And the next morning.
What? Why am I sleeping here? Why is Minamino-san sleeping next to me? I can't remember anything. Don't tell me we had...
Apparently, Otoha was panicking until I woke up.
I see. So you were taken home.
That day, when we went to the office, Hatsumi looked at us with a grin and said that.
You sent me a text saying I'm drinking with Minamino-kun, but I didn't think you'd go this far. No! Well, I did get drunk and stay at Minamino-san's place, and when I woke up he was next to me, but...
Hey. Well, I did sleepwalk in the middle of the night and got into your futon, but...
Oh my, I thought you were a bit reserved, but you're actually quite forward, huh? So, when's the wedding? Sis!
You've got it all wrong! It's been almost a year and a half since we quit our last job. We were living such lively days. So they want this color brighter and want their company logo on the chest.
I see. The logo's fine, but brighter, huh? Did you ask them what color they want exactly?
I've got a sample of the color they want, but can you prepare some others? To be honest, I don't think their choice is a good fit. Today, as I was working as usual, I had a visitor.
Oh, I get it. Please continue your meeting.
I left her to deal with the visitor and we continued our meeting.
The next illustration is over here, but please proceed with this girl.
Nice to meet you. My name's Oguni, and I'm in charge of this area.
Huh? A familiar voice. Otoha also stops explaining and raises her eyebrows.
Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I was surprised.
Oh no, I'm flattered.
Curious, I went toward the entrance, and there he was, Zao Oguni.
Jeez, that guy. Why is he here?
Otoha also looked surprised. Didn't expect to meet Oguni in a place like this.
Phew, fate must have brought us together here. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, I am.
She was about to tell him her name, and Otoha stepped forward.
Okay, stop. I don't tell him your name so easily.
Oh, you are... Otoha Isokawa? Why are you here?
That's my line. What are you doing here? Trying to hit on our employees?
Her tone of voice is colder than usual.
I'm here on business.
Business? You mean insurance.
That reminded me of our conversation the other day. She said they might send us a good-looking guy next. But it's this guy, huh?
I see. So this is where you work. That's good to know. Hey, Otoha. Introduce me to the girls in your office. For your old friend's sake. You're worried about injuries, illness, and your future, right? You should get insurance.
I also got irritated now, so I stepped forward too.
What the heck are you? I have no business with men.
Huh? This guy does not recognize me? Oh well. We don't need insurance. Please leave.
What? You haven't even listened to me.
Please leave. No need to explain either. In the end, I managed to get Oguni to leave and explain the situation to Hatsumi, who had returned from outside.
Oops! Sorry. If I had been there, I would have shooed him away. I mean, it's a nuisance when that kind of people come during regular hours. And the guy asked Otoha out before too, huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Then, Minamino, can you go home with Otoha for a while? Pretend to be your partner.
What? What? So we go home arm in arm, pretending to be lovers. You're in a good mood, aren't you?
Well, Minami-kun. If anything happens, you'll protect me.
Yeah. But I can say now that Hatsumi made the right decision.
Otoha, what's going on? Why are you hooking up with a guy we don't even know?
We gasp, because who came out of the darkness was Zao Oguni.
I never thought he would really show up.
Otoha said Oguni asked her out before. I wonder if seeing her again brought back those feelings to him. No, apparently, I was wrong.
You've gotta be kidding me. You're the only woman in my life who ever rejected me. And the reason for that is because you like that fat bastard? That means you think I'm inferior to that pig. That's unforgivable. But fine, that company's now gone, and that fat ass is long gone too. Yes, It was fate that brought us together again. Once again, I tell you, break up with that guy and go out with me. This handsome guy.
I see. This guy has extreme pride in his appearance, so he just can't forgive Otoha for rejecting him. I guess such a sentiment has turned into obsession.
I told you so, didn't I? I have no intention of going out with someone like you, who only has a face to be proud of. Besides, the fat, ugly guy you mentioned is right in front of you.
Well, it's been a while, Oguni-san.
Huh? What? Don't tell me you're... Huh? Are you that fat Minamino?
Oguni points at me and shouts in surprise. That's rude. Well, since that's the case, can we go now?
Wait a minute. You're lying. But that voice, it sounds familiar.
From the familiar voice, he seemed to understand that I was indeed Huma Minamino, but...
Stop messing around with me. What do you think I made that company go bankrupt for?
What?
That's right. I made that company go bankrupt to show those people. Those who looked down on me. More importantly, I made it go bankrupt to get you and Otoha apart. Why are you together? And why you're skinny now? What was the point of going to all the trouble of making my uncle steal money and run away?
Oguni said so. I guess he's so panicked he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I see. Oguni-san, you're a great person, huh? You had that much power?
Of course. I'm a competent guy.
Otoha's face is smiling, but her eyes are incredibly cold. She's angry.
I see. You really are as shallow as a kid. Seriously, I don't even need to compare you to Minamino-san. You're too lacking.
Oh, hey, are you making fun of me?
As soon as Oguni said that, she glared at him and finally showed her anger.
Of course I am. It's true that company was unethical. But do you know how many people were in deep trouble because of that bankruptcy? It's true. I and Minamino-san are now working for a good company. But there are still people who can't find new jobs. Don't destroy other people's lives with your infant brain. I can't possibly like someone like that.
Otoha let out a big sigh and, after calming down, she took my arm and opened her mouth again.
I love Minamino-san's serious and gentle personality. You, on the other hand, get bored easily, not good at your job, and make fun of people. How can I possibly like such a person?
You're just saying whatever you want.
I don't care what you think, okay? Oh, he's working out at a gym right now. Oh, and I recorded what you just said.
Otoha pulls out a recording device from her pocket. Hatsumi gave it to her in case something happened, but she ended up recording something unexpected.
Why don't you explain yourself to the police?
Later, the police raided Zao Oguni's house. The main suspect was the ex-president for embezzlement. This was the result of taking and running away with the company's money. Of course, Oguni, who had sheltered him and suggested the whole idea, was arrested for conspiring too. I never thought the bankruptcy fiasco would end like this more than a year later. Well, just because the ex-president and Oguni were caught doesn't mean anything will change for us. Today, the three of us, including Hatsumi, are having lunch together. I guess we won't get our unpaid salaries back right after they got arrested. What happens from here, though, is the lawyer's job. They say the Japanese law is not kind to victims.
Well, I guess you should wait without having too much hopes up. Ah, Minamino-san, you're having lunch at the office today? Oh, let's eat together. Oh, that's not fair. I'm sitting next to Mina-san. Mina-san, let's go on a date sometime.
Huh? Huh? I suddenly became popular among the ladies recently.
Mina-san is mine! I've always loved him. So, Mina-san, you can't be friends with other girls.
Seeing Otoha saying this desperately, everyone starts laughing. Well, they must have done that on purpose. The usual routine continues peacefully once again today.